This goes back way further.
Yes, that's Neva and one of her brothers, I believe.
Yeah, that's Clarence. And my mother was pregnancy, and she was so mad because they got her stomach.
Oh, you remember that taking that picture?
Huh?
Do you remember that picture, that day they took it? Was that a wheelbarrow that you're pushing, or is that just a kid's toy?
That's a garden plow.
Where's this location?
I've never sold one.
Some field.
No, that's actually front yard of Grandma and Granddad Snodgrass's house.
Where's the house?
It's that one on the corner out there at Liberal, like, you know, when we used to go to Grandma Neva's and we'd say
the pink one? Was it that pink siding over one?
Yeah. It was that house.
It was not pink when they lived there.
It had the old brick-looking tar paper siding. You know, it was like fake brick.
I remember it. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was actually wood first, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then Granddad put the asbestos shingles on.
They worked on that house. That house was really, I mean, it was in really bad shape. The floors, there was almost no foundation, and he worked on that house for years and years. You know, he'd jack one corner up and put a foundation under it, and he'd put a floor, and he'd put windows, and he'd built a back porch on. And
they took partitions out and moved, because when we were little, there was a little pantry off of the kitchen, and then turned that pantry into a bathroom. There was a porch just before you went out to the well, and they turned that into a covered into a porch. And then, as I recall, did it have 2 front doors at one time?
I think so.
You went into one room, was the living room over here, and there was a bedroom.
One front door.
There's a bedroom over here, and then they put where it was a living room into the bedroom and took the.
Would you bring the bread inside, please?
Partition out between the living room and dining room, so made that one big room, and then built this huge big porch on the back, closed in. It was really almost a second kitchen because she had cabinets and everything out there.
She raised canaries for a while, and she had that back room full of canaries at one time.
Who did?
Grandma Snodgrass.
I've seen a time that she had 75 or 100, or about 100 canaries, 45 in one cage and 55 in another cage.
To do what? She sold them? Just sold canaries? People go to market for that?
And she would send them to St. Louis, and she got $3 for the singers, and I think 50 cents for the little hens. And I said, if it hadn't been for her selling the birds, because my dad was a carpenter, and if he didn't have any work in the wintertime, and if it hadn't been for the selling those birds, we wouldn't have eaten.
Wasn't that stinky having that many birds back there?
Oh, yes. And she'd have 4 or 5 cages of mothers with nests in them. And the little birds, you know, they never poop in their nest. They hike their little rears up and poop over the side of the nest, and it goes down and it.
That's something good you could teach kids, not to ever poop in the house.
She had to keep cleaning the cages, you know, and the nest. Oh, every day she had to clean the nest. But those little birds would never poop in the nest. They just stick their little hind ends up over the nest.
How did she get into that?
Huh?
How did she start doing that? With the
that's just natural. That was
How did she start that business? How did she learn about that? Probably in the magazine. Probably in the Grit magazine. It said, you know, earn money on the side or something.
But she was
this is her.
Make a little cage, and they would send it.
That's her. Is that at that point in her life was she doing that, or she did that when she was much younger?
Look at the cat.
Yes. I know.
See the cat's hind end.
I can't help but think they centered the picture specifically to include the cat. I know. I said that cat's butt has been in infamy.
My mother was so embarrassed at that. She said, "Marlon, how come you got the cat's hind end?"
I don't know how old would you say she was about that time?
This is a late, what they
Well,
call
I
them.
think that was
Probably about
during,
my age.
I think, because that was during World War II.
Birch.
And,
That was in like 45 or 44, 46.
yeah, I don't know. She was as tall or taller than Granddad.
It's a little different color.
Walter,
He wasn't real,
the
he
short
wasn't
man.
real tall
Well,
either.
See the color in there.
It's hard to tell.
So I just wonder, because she always seemed really small, but in that picture she didn't look that small, and that's right, she was up to the height of her husband. So either I didn't know he was the short guy, but now they always lived in Liberal. They owned that place, and
Yes.
they just sold it when they got older. And
They sold it. Grandma sold it after Granddad died.
And then she moved next door to Vernon. She bought a house up
She owned that house too that she lived in. That's the house that I remember. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember being inside the other one. I think